Alright, welcome to today's yoga. We're going to do a little bit of standing, a little bit on the ground. Great mix overall for today's practice. So when you're ready, we'll be on our back, lying in Shavasana. Just taking some calm, cooling breath here. In through the nose and out through the nose. Letting yourself melt here. Feeling a little connection to the floor. Letting your mind soften with the body. Letting all those thoughts go. Letting your focus come with this practice today. I want you to focus on standing tall today. Keeping a lengthened spine, reaching up to the crown of the head. All the way to the feet, whatever is rooting us into the ground at your time. So when you're ready, nice and soft, we're going to inhale, bring both legs into the chest and just do a little rocking side to side here. Letting the knees come wide, like them slightly into the chest and releasing one at a time, whatever serves your body. Just remembering today's practice, as always, about what serves your body. If you feel any pain, especially sharp shooting, just back out of the pose. Listen to what your body's telling you, not what you're saying. Good, and we're going to grab just underneath our knees. If you can grab hands, great. If your hands can just grab your knees, that's okay as well. And take a nice big inhale here. And as you keep a hold of the arms, exhale, just straighten the legs as much as you can. It's okay, mine don't go straight either. Inhale, bend the knees back in. Exhale, try and straighten the legs. Pull those legs towards you. Inhale, release. Let's do this one more time. Exhale, try and straighten the legs. Pull, 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 stretch. And release. We're just going to start releasing those arms. We're just going to start rocking big side to side. See if we can come almost all the way to the floor. Keeping our shoulders glued to the mat. Engaging that core. Remember, if you feel any pain here, don't go quite as deep. It's okay to listen to your body. Maybe you can bring your knees down just a little bit. Let's do one more rock each side. Rock all the way onto the right side, dropping the knees, lift the right arm overhead, just cradle yourself here, pressing the left palm into the mat, still lengthening out through the crown of the head, pointing the toes here, take a little breath, press that palm in the ground to connect yourself. As you exhale, let's push ourselves into a nice tabletop position here. Bringing the shoulders underneath, the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees below the hips. Just finding a nice long spine here. I'm just going to do a quick little bird dog here. So when you're ready, lengthen out the crown of the head and then reach the right arm forward and the left leg back. Make sure we're not lifting that leg up. Hips and shoulders stay square. Just focus on weighting the head and evenly if you can. Keeping the core tight and really lengthening out. Reaching through the heel with those right fingertips. As you breathe, try to square off your hips and shoulders to the ground. Take one more breath here. Good. Release the right hand, release the left knee. Just recenter yourself. Find that nice neutral spine. Engage the core, and this time as you inhale, lift the left arm. Lift the right leg, flexing the foot, keeping the shoulder locked down, and really reach with those fingertips. Thank you. Lengthening everything out, making sure your gaze comes looking down at the mat. Not twisting or cranking our neck in any way here. If you find you're lifting that leg up too high, create a little arch, just bring it down in line with the hips. Tuck the hips, engage that core. And release the left hand and drop the right knee. Take another breath here. When you're ready, we're going to curl our toes under. We're going to lift our hips up into downward facing dog. We're not going to do too many dogs today, so just walk it out here. Do what feels good. Trying to spread those fingertips. Lifting the hips. Just stretching out the back side of those legs, nice and juicy. When you're ready, just pull those heels down. Come to some stillness. Really lift the hips up. Force the chest. Get that nice inverted V. And on your next inhale, we're going to lift the right leg up to the sky. We're going to bend the knee, open up the hip, bring the right heel to the left butt cheek. Just trying to square the chest off here. Making sure the left heel stays in line with the toes, pointing forward and back. Take one last breath here. And as you inhale, we're going to come to hanging plank, flatten out the back, pull the right knee to the chin. Take a breath here. Inhale. And as you exhale, just plant the foot down, lengthen out the spine here. Sink the hips down just for a breath. And pivot the back heel 45 degrees. Inhale, open up warrior one. Hips face forward, lunging deep. So you can square the hips off, relaxing the shoulders. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Good, let's bring the palms together. Exhale through heart center. We're going to bring the left elbow to hook on side and out. Side of the right knee as we twist over to our side, revolve side angle here. Still finding that lunge, that twist, pressing through the hands. You can also bring the right hand to the lower back. Make sure that right knee stacks over those toes. Good. Inhale, untwist, keep the hands heart center. Come back up, warrior one legs. We're going into pyramids. Let's hop that right foot forward, just a little bit, straighten the right knee. And we're either going to clasp our hands behind or come to reverse prayer. Okay? So we're not too warmed up, so this is going to be really hard. So keeping the hips squared, lengthening out. We're going to take a nice big inhale here, soften the knees. Exhale, folding over. Just a nice, light, gentle pyramid today. Tucking those right hips in to make sure they stay in line. Keeping the core engaged. And just go down till you feel a nice, intense stretch in that right hamstring. You don't have to go to your full depth today. Okay, let's take one more inhale here. I'm going to bend into the right knee. I'm going to drop my hands down. I'm going to step my left foot back so my right foot can come back into a nice plank position. You can choose to drop to your knees here. Just hold your plank for a second. Take a nice big inhale. As we exhale, lower down, elbows tight, chaturanga all the way to the ground. Inhale, just lift your chin, lift your chest here. Baby cobra. Exhale, everybody come down, stay on the mat. I'm going to bring my right ear towards the mat, so I'm looking over the left side. We're going to do half bow here. So I'm going to bend my left foot here. I'm going to grab it with my right foot. If this is not accessible at all, grab a towel, strap, or anything. Just keep that right ear to the ground unless you need to lift up. For now, we're going to lift up in a second and just push those hips in the ground. Really feel that nice quad stretch here. As we take our next inhale, let's just lift our head and bring the gaze to the floor. And if you want to go deeper, you can start to push your hand and foot together here, using that right hand as a post. Just lifting the leg just slightly off, getting a little bit in the pec, a little bit of the back arch, deep into the quads. Take one more breath here. Good. Lower yourself down to the mat. Release. We're going to turn our gaze over to the left the right side now, so left ear's on the mat. And just find yourself readjust if you have to. Don't want to bend the right knee in, grabbing the foot with the hand, pressing the hips in the ground. Again, you can use a strap or come off your head if you have to here. Otherwise, stay on the ground to start. Making sure the knees stay in line with the hips. They don't splay out. Alright, if you're ready to go deeper, you can inhale, lift the head up, lengthen the crown, bring the gaze to the ground. And as you exhale, start pressing the foot into the hand, using the left hand to post. Just lift up and expand through that back space. Half bow here, like a little archer's bow. Just take nice big breaths here, still expanding the lungs and the rib cage. Lengthening out through the neck, keeping the shoulders down and relaxed. Last breath. Good. Lower everything down. You can bring your forehead or chin to the mat. Bring both hands under the shoulder. We're going to tuck the toes under. I'm going to leave it up to you. You can go from your knees. We're going to press up into a chaturanga push-up here. Take a nice big inhale here. And as you exhale, press straight up back to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pulling those heels down. Take a few breaths here. Take one more breath. Lengthen out to that tailbone. Keeping the neck long. And next inhale, we're going to lift the left leg up to the sky. This time bend the knee. Open up the hip. Bringing the left heel to the right glutes. Lifting the knee towards the sky. Maybe that right heel can come towards the ground just a little bit more. As you breathe and lengthen and open up those hips. Take one more breath here. Your next inhale, bring your knee to chin, flatten out with the back, hanging plank. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, plant the foot. Just lengthen as you inhale. Just bring a little length to that spine as you reach up. Then we're going to drop the back foot 45 degrees, open up warrior one. Come to rise, then sink into that lunge. Finding yourself here. Just notice your balance here. Reaching the fingers up to the sky. Let's bring the palms together as we exhale them through heart center. Inhale to lengthen, going into a revolve side angle here as we twist towards the left this time. Right elbow is on the outside of the right knee. Try to lunge deeper as we twist to the left. Again, left hand can come to lower back and forearm to knee if you have to. Otherwise, we're pressing into our hands as we exhale to twist a little deeper. Tucking those left hips in. Take a nice big breath here. Exhale, try and sink deeper. Good. Inhale, untwist. Keep the hands where they are as we just rise the body. And bring your hands behind your back for reverse prayer or reverse prayer. We're going to hop the back foot in just a foot or so, straightening both legs. Keeping the right foot on 45 degrees. Inhale to lengthen. Again, exhale, sink nice and deep here into that pyramid. Remember, we're not going our full pyramid today. Just go till you feel a little stretch along the back of that hamstring. Making sure you stick that chest out, keeping the back nice and flat. Breath here. Good. Bend into the left knee. Drop the hands. Step the right foot back. A little lunge here. Step the left foot back. Plank. And just hold here. Again, you can drop to your knees. We're going to do the exact same thing here. Keeping the elbows tight. Exhale down through chaturanga, nice and slowly, all the way to the ground. Inhale, just lift up into cobra. Exhale, just keep your neck strong, chin hovering, and maybe resting. I'm going to bring our palms by our side. I'm going to bring my face up today for this variation. With an inhale, I'm just going to lift my chest up, relax the glutes here. Just have the arms hover, using the back strength. Exhale, lower down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift up. Remember, keeping the gaze to the floor as we keep the spine long, no twisting or hyperextending. And release. All right, press the backs of the hands into the mat. You're gonna lift just the legs here. As you inhale, squeeze the glutes and lift through the legs here. Right from the hips, so we're not bending the knees. So you may find they don't come that far, that's okay. Just try and get as much of those quads off the ground as you can. And relax. All right, you can pick one of the first two variations for our last round, or you can come with me as we inhale, lengthen, and exhale, lift both the chin, chest, and the lower body off the ground, relaxing the shoulders. Just take a few calming breaths here. Point the toes, last breath. And then exhale, lower down. Bring the hands below the shoulders again, curling the toes under. Again, go from the knees to the toes, engaging those arms, chattering the push-up up. Whenever you're ready, press up to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drop to our knees. Bring our toes, curl them under. Maybe bring the knees a little more narrow if you're comfortable that way, so you can hip width apart. So you exhale, loosen the hips back into a narrow trough pose or Halasana, drop the forehead. Keep the hands long here for a second. Walking the fingertips, keeping them long. Arms off the mat as we press the chest to the ground. Sink on that exhale. Release the hands and bring them by your side, palms facing up. Letting the shoulders curl under. And releasing here. Just breathing. Connecting that head to the ground. Focus on what you're doing, even if it's mentally. Let's take one last breath here. And exhale completely. Let yourself melt. Feel a little sooner. And then I'm going to bring my hands by my side on my head. Keeping all the weight in my hands and my legs. I'm just going to roll onto the crown of my head. Almost like I'm doing a headstand here. You can choose to put a little more weight in your head if that's comfortable for you. Just a little practice here for weighting your heads. When you're taking your next exhale, press back up into tabletop. Let's roll ourselves over into Shavasana for our closing. So we're going to just do a closing here, but I encourage everybody, if you've got more time after this, stay here. And I was a teacher, it's like, stay for 30 breaths. Let that be your guide. Let your inhales in and exhales out. So that's what I'm going to challenge everybody today after you finish here. So just get yourself settled in, palms facing up, feet are loose. Letting yourself melt into that corpse position. Letting all the muscles go in your face. Keep those eyes closed. Breathing nice, full, deep breaths. Feel just your spine here in its full lengthened position. sink back. How often do we actually get to enjoy this lengthening position? Often we have pillows that kind of crank our neck, hunched over on our devices all day. Take this moment, these next few breaths to just enjoy. Giving your spine that settling of your life. Thanking yourself for showing up today and enjoying this practice. Sharing your energy with me and your fellow yogis. From the light in me to your light in me. Namaste. Like I said, I encourage you to stay those extra 30 slow breaths if you can. If not, we're going to slowly start moving. Working our way up. We want to move with me. We're going to pull our knees into our chest and just roll onto the left side. Pushing ourselves up into a nice seated position. And don't forget to grab some water. Have a great day, guys, and enjoy.